parcel of what makes this nation great, and correct what is wrong with this great, and therefore we have a leeway in ensuring that moving forward, nothing under the sun will stop us from doing what we are required to do to help this country move forward unhindered. Thank you so much. And of course, we're here for justice. We want justice to be done, justice to continue being our shield and defender, so that there can be liberty, so that we can all be a fulfilled people by reason of all that is happening. Thank you so much. And we are starting out. And of course, please let us adhere to our 2 to 3 minutes rule. I want that to be clear as we start out, so that you don't keep the queue too long. And if you have 1, 2, 3 things you want to tell Kenyans, this is the place to be. Please make sure that you make use of that link. Click on it. You can now access from Facebook, from YouTube, and then of course, we have unlimited options. Okay, Facebook, there is Facebook profile, there is Facebook official page, and then there is Mutembei TV YouTube channel, and of course, Sound Candid Talk YouTube channel. Whichever is serving you right, get it, and let's get down doing what we know to do best, telling Kenyans the truth and letting the country shape up into doing what is required. Thank you so much. Let's listen from Rhoda. Rhoda Bariela.
Asante sana. Nice to see you, Bernard. I like you very much, but you don't know that I like you like a brother. Yesterday
You're welcome. Move closer to the mic. Move closer to the mic.
Jana nilitukanana jana na nilisikia vibaya sana. Kuna watu wananitukanana hapa jana, vitu vibaya sana niliona online. You know what happened yesterday? So I was a little bit sad today when I think what people they're abusing me from, because they always hate the truth. That's why, okay, yesterday I was a little bit talking, but I'm like that, and I know you understand me, and other people from Azimio, they understand. It's only Uda they don't understand me, because I know, so I was a little bit sad. Try to protect. If people they try to talk me bad thing, try to protect me. Please tell them don't abuse me, because me, I'm coming here because I love my country, and I'm fighting for whole world, not only Kenya, whole world, global. When I pray, I used to pray for whole world. I don't pray for only. I don't pray part only Kenya, whole world. That's why me I'm here. I'm here to fight to make this world more righter, more right, better place to live. Not only Kenya, whole Africa and America and whole world. That's why I'm here. I'm not here only Kenya, because for me, I'm always respect all the president whole world. It doesn't matter. It's a poor country in Africa. Some country in Africa they eat even rabbit. They eat everything. I respect all the presidents. I respect all the kings. I respect all the queens. I respect even those people who are United Nations. Something I'm against, and God know my heart, is dictator. Dictators. I hate dictators. I hate those abuse the power. That's something I'm against. And it's not in Kenya, whole global. So I'm fighting for whole global, not only for Kenya. I'm against for whole Africa and for America. And I'm against for terrorists, international terrorists. Those kinds I'm against. I'm against for dictator, those who take the power without the constitutions or democracy, who lie, who try to do something according to the law. That's why I'm here. Not only Kenya, global. I'm against for terrorists, internationals, and I'm against, like in America. I used to pray for America because I know America have been attacked 2001 in attack bomb. I know. So when I'm here, I'm not only, so when people they try to abuse me, I'm not coming here just for only Kenya. I'm fighting for whole world. I want to be more righter, to put my right, because I'm against terrorists. I'm against for those who abuse the power. I'm against for the Kenya, these Kenya who are government. That's why I'm fighting with this administration for Ruto, because he's not doing the right. He's not doing according to the constitution. He's only abusing the power. He is using our resource. He is using, I want you to listen for me, Ruto, I'm against you. You must leave the office if you don't do according to the constitutions and our democracy, the one we fought 2010. And I'm angry, I'm more bitter than you because you don't follow the law. That's what I say. I'm against for all the present whole world, against for the demonstrations. According, they don't rule the country with the rule of the law and the constitutions, all the democracy. Those are something I'm against whole world. So that's why I'm here. I want to be more the lighter, to be right. In this world we are living, more lighter to the darkness, because people, they can live the life God created you to be, or to live the life you are happy and you enjoy these fruits. You cannot enjoy the fruit when you leave the countries and not rule the constitution. You cannot live you have a president is lying, a president who is not honest, a president who doesn't know what is, he is going different places and lying. You don't want. You want somebody make commitment. Unafanya, unasema na unatenda. That what? Ukiona watu wako na njaa, unaenda doa tidoa, si kusema tunafanyia watu kazi na watu wanalala njaa na watu wanakufa. No, absolutely no. Tenda, ufanye, unaenda do kwa do, ama unatuma ndege inaenda inaweka chakula huko, watu wanakufa. But you cannot just say that I'm doing like this and this. I don't respect, and I'll never respect. So I'm starting here to be more lighter to the darkness. Okay, maybe the next person can talk, and maybe I talk too much. Anyway, this is a new start. It's a new beginning, and I'll be here fighting for my country and the whole world. That's what I'm burning for, to make this world we are living more better place for living and more lighter you can enjoy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rhoda. Thank you so much. Well, let's keep going. I appreciate everybody. Those on the comment section, let's keep it neat. And don't watch alone. Make sure you're inviting somebody to join into the discourse and hear what Kenyans are saying about their country and how they will love their country to be governed and, of course, be built into a success. So let's all keep the focus. Don't allow yourself to be distracted by the naysayers or the distractors. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. That means getting rid of bad leadership in this country should be the priority on every list of every Kenyan who wants the best of this great country. So don't allow yourself to be distracted. Kuna unani huyu Sire, I say.
Yes,
Is that how
sir.
your
Good
name is
evening.
pronounced? How are you?
That's Eric, but now that's the email. I logged in using the email.
Wewe unaitwa
Sorry
Siri?
for that. No, it's if you read it the opposite way, they read Eric. Now, coming to the topic, I think the government we have is a scam. Everybody is seeing, and I think no one is blind. The 6-month thing is back, and somebody's telling us that he was launching the Uduma number. This is the thing that he used on campaigning. How honest is this guy? And you understand the guy is more religious than anyone else in this country. So I'm wondering, and the 4 pillars, the economic pillar, I don't know, the four what the last government was doing, like housing and everything, relaunching. Why are you doing this? You can have a cabinet, the cabinet secretary concerned, and go do because these things were already launched before. So I think Kenya, we don't have leaders, we have politicians who are just out to make to just convince people for the next elections. In fact, what they are doing, you see, the deputy and the president is they're in a campaign mood. There's nothing else they're doing, because whatever you see they're doing now is what had already been done. Can these things be done from the ministry? Why should it be the president must be there? The president must be there. No house actually tunaona hakuna nyumba tunaona zimejengwa so that the president goes there to cut ribbons, all that. Why is he launching 6-month project, even the money that you were saying that he has given people? But I don't know why Kenyans will reason like we are zombies. And I'm sorry to use that term to some of us. I think we don't reason straight, and we don't see where there is some sense, so to say. And then if you look at somebody was talking about democracy. I did not get what he meant by that, the constitution and all that. What I'm trying to see is that if that is the thing you are supposed to use the rule of law, what happened with the IPC? Were they complying with the law itself? They bungled the elections. That's what I may say. Because if the 4 commissioners, according to the law, who are supposed to announce the results, and when they descended, it was overlooked as if nothing happened. Don't you think that is not following the law? So for me, the leaders themselves, the president going down, nobody follows the law. They do what they think is good for them. You saw the guys from Venezuela were arrested. Who released them? What evidence was, or why were they arrested? They made us to be where we are. Today, the president was saying that the last regime made the unga prices to go high. What has he done to reverse the same? I think unga I bought the other day, it was 187, almost 200. So it was harvesting time by the time we came into power, and people had a lot of Mindis, that's from the Kitale side and all those places. Happened to go that time around that place. People were crying, they want to release maize to the cereals. They never did so because there was no money in the cereals. Money was not allocated. So people have the maize in their stores. So are we in the direction that we should follow as a country? Do we have leaders who care about the citizens? So I don't know if I'm within the topic of the day, but I think I just jumped in and I've said so much. Okay, that's what I have for now as we progress.
It's okay, Siri. We appreciate that, and you're most welcome. We are here to converse as Kenyans on what is the best, what is the way forward. Seeing we are being treated for a ride as the Kenyan people, and the people who are supposed to provide leadership seem lost, and only God will save us from this. All the same, thank you so much. Let's keep the conversation going. If you're able to get us, please make sure you invite 1, 2, 3, 4 people to join and follow the discussion, learn 1 or 2, and of course, take a stand on the way forward. We can see some leaders taking the coward position, others are coiling in, others are running away. But this country can only be delivered by those who are ready to stand and be counted. So make sure that you're part of those that are standing to be counted. Thank you so much. Tumsikilize mzee wetu Michael tukisonga mbele. Karibu Daddy. Unmute Daddy. Bado mapambano.
Habari zenu nyote? Bado
Tuko poa, Daddy.
mapambano, bado mapambano. Hakuna kucheka, ni kwenda kufurusha huyo mtu kutoka huko. Hiyo takataka iko State House, itoke iende kabisa, tumechoka nayo. Jumapili iwe ni siku ya mwisho ya Ruto kuwa ndani ya State House. Anaudhi sana. Alifukuzwa West Africa. na viongozi walimwambia we kwenda huko kwenu, uliiba kura. Sasa huyu mtu ameiva kabisa, ameiva, yuko kwa nyungu. Sasa ni nyungu itolewe kwa moto akuliwe, umbwa yeye kwende kabisa. Hiyo ndiyo kitu inatakikana kuongelewa hapa. Hakuna kucheka na hakuna kufunga macho, kumwangalia kwa macho kabisa na kumwambia enda, toka uende. Na kutoka kuenda sio kuenda kabisa, ni kumshika na kumweka huko manyani. Awache upuzi, akona upuzi mingi sana. Wakenya wamechoka. Wale Wakenya milioni 8 walipigia Raila wamechoka, na wale wengine hawakupiga kura pia milioni 8 wako nyuma ya Raila. Mimi najua mpaka saa hii, kwa maana hao wameona hakuna kitu inaendelea Kenya ila ukarabati wa Jua Kalulu. Sisi hatutaki ujuha, tunataka kiongozi Kenya iendelee mbele. Raila atawazwe Jumapili awe ndiyo president wa Kenya. Tumechoka, hakuna ati mara sijui apewe sijui. Hakuna wakati wa Ruto tena, imekwisha, imefika mwisho. Aliambiwa huko West Africa, na kama amefukuzwa na wale wa West Africa, sisi tunangoja nini? Tufurushe yeye kwende kabisa. Hatutaki yeye kabisa. Wakenya amkeni, msilale. Hiyo ni muizi yuko hapo, aliiba kura. Na tena ni muuaji, aliua Musando, aliua Jacob Juma, na mikono yake alishika shingo za hao watu na akaona macho ya hao watu ikigeuka. Huyo ni mnyama, atoke hapo kabisa. Hakuna tukubali yeye akae hapo. Uhuru wa Kenya haukupiganiwa ili watu wawe wanyama. Hapana. Uhuru wa Kenya ilipiganiwa ili watu wakuje pamoja, wajenge nchi yao, sio kurudisha nchi nyuma. Ruto amesimama mbele ya maendeleo, tumupige atoke hapo, tuendelee mbele na Raila. Raila atengeneze nchi, watoto wa watoto wetu na watoto wa watoto wao wawe wanasikia kweli waliwachiwa Kenya mzuri. Raila hajamaliza kazi yake. Kazi yake lazima amalize. Alianza na lazima amalize, na kumaliza ni Jumapili. Hiyo ndio kumaliza kazi. Achukue hizo watu yake wote. Haya, hongea State House. Nasikia Ruto anasema ataweka wanajeshi Nairobi. Tunangoja tuone wanajeshi wataua Wakenya wangapi. Hiyo ndio tunangoja kuona. Na ulimwengu mzima itaona. Kwa hivyo Ruto ameingiza baridi kabisa. Hata ukimuona akiongea anaharia suruari. Huyo si mtu anaongea akiwa na uoga mingi. Kwa hivyo aondoke, aende. Hivyo ndio mimi nitawawacha. Asanteni.
Okay, thank you. Let's play a video and then we proceed from there.
We request that West Africa video if you have.
Good evening from wherever you are across the globe. I'm Babu Owino, Member of Parliament, Embakasi East constituency. I want to take this opportunity to invite all Kenyans from all walks of life to come to Jacaranda grounds on Sunday, the 20th of January from 9 a.m. We will be holding a mother of all the rallies, a rally that will deliberate on the interest of Kenyan citizens, a rally that will ensure that Kenyan citizens are served, a rally that will ensure that school fee is given to our young men and women, our children, our students in various schools, in various colleges and universities, a rally that will ensure that Kenyans fight the yoke of poverty in this nation, a rally that will be a grand rally that will protect the interest of you and me. Tibim, karibuni sana.
Okay, mambo ni kama hayo. Unakaribishwa Jacaranda hiyo Jumapili, kwa hivyo jikakamue. Kama uko mbali, anza safari mapema ili usipitwe na jambo lolote. Ukweli ni kwamba nchi hii inahitaji kurekebishwa na ni sisi wenye nchi ambao tutairekebisha. Lazima tuwajibike na tuhakikishe kwamba tunatekeleza wajibu wetu. It is our civic responsibility to see to it that we ensure that our country is led rightly and with the right people for right purposes. The story of 6 months promises, like we said on the topic, is back. Back in the sense that after 100 days, it's now 6 months. After 6 months, it will be 1 year or 30 days and all that. I mean, when will we begin to move forward as a country? So it is about time we got angry enough and did what is required to help us move forward. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes,
nasema hivi, ile kura iliibiwa haikuwa kura ya Raila. Kura ilikuwa ya wale waliopigia Raila kura. Ndio kura yao iliibiwa. Hao ndio wanafaa kwenda kuichukua. Hao ndio wanafaa kwenda kuichukua, kwenda kutoa huyo mtu huko. Hiyo takataka. Hiyo kitu inaitwa Ruto. Itolewe hapo haraka haraka, ni kitu mbaya. Out ni nje. Out ni eja. Hakuna mchezo. Atuchezi na yeye, nyumba sio yake, nyumba ni yetu. Ajue namna hiyo. Na watu wanamkujia Jumapili. Jumapili lazima watu waende huko, waende wakachukue kiti yao. Waende wakachukue kura zao. Muizi yuko State House. Hayuko mahali kwingine, yuko State House. Kwa hivyo State House huko ndio tunaenda, up the hill. Yeah. No relenting. People has to go for their rights. Okay. We don't have to relent, because if you relent, you'll be in a big shit. You'll be in a big shit. You'll never take yourself out of that shit. So, guys, don't relent. It's time now. Ruto is ripe. Ruto is ripe. Ameiva kuiva. Sasa amebakia kukuliwa. Na nyoka, ukitaka kuua nyoka, hapana piga mkia, piga kichwa. Unapiga kichwa inakufa. Ndio hiyo nyoka haitarudi hapa, hata itazaa wengine. Ruto na familia yake wapelekwe huko ndani na kina Gachagua, hiyo takataka yote hiyo. Hiyo yote ipelekwe huko Manyani, wakae Manyani miaka 10. Watu wakitengeneza Kenya, alafu wanatolewa, wanaonyeshwa Kenya, wanarudishwa tena huko. Kama ni Nairobi hapo archives, pawekwe posta moja kubwa sana inaandikwa ya kwamba Ruto na wenzake wawe wanatolewa kila miaka 10. Na sijui kama hata wanaweza maliza siku moja kwa jela. Hawawezi, watakuwa wamekufa. Sababu ni watu wamezoea raha. Na jela huko watakutana na wale wenyewe. Ndio watajua hawajui. Kwa hivyo Wakenya msilale, hakuna kulala. Kura zenu ndio ziliibiwa, sio ya Raila. Raila yeye alikasti yake moja, nyinyi mkamkastia. Kwa hivyo muende hizo kura zenu huko State House. Hapana cheza. Hakuna mchezo, hakuna kucheka. Hii ni hogia. Kufurusha mtu, kumtoa kabisa. Take him out of there. He is just a nuisance. He's disturbing, irritating. You people, you have to know that. It's so bad. It's not good. Watoto wengine hawaendi shule, na wale wamemaliza form 4 hawatapata kazi. Ni unajua ni idadi gani? Au watakuwa nini? Watakuwa waizi, malaya. Hatutaki nchi kama hiyo. Tunataka nchi ya watu wanaojua nini wanafanya. Nchi ya watu wanafanya kazi kulingana na masomo yao. Kwa hivyo Wakenya, nawaomba na muwe muko tahadhari sana, mukae mko chonjo. Tuone Ruto ataua wangapi, tuone, na dunia inaangalia, ajue hivyo. Wale walimweka hapo wanaangalia, na hao wako na wale watu wanaitwa human rights. Watatokea vibaya sana wakimkashifu. Kwa hivyo Ruto ameiva, ni kutetemeka, anatetemeka. Ndio huyo umemuona alitoka huko West Africa mbio mbio, akakuja ameenda mpaka Shauri Moyo. Shauri Moyo wanamuangalia tu, wanajua ni wapi wataenda, wanaenda huko Jakaranda. Huko ndio wanajua. Hiyo anakuja, wanakuja tu wanaangalia muizi, muuaji. Hatuwezi kubali kutawaliwa na uongo. Hakuna kitu yoyote, hata afanye nini, aliingia hapo na uongo, atolewe. Hiyo ndiyo kitu ya kwanza kuangalia. Aliingia vipi hapa? Aliingia vizuri? Basi wachaneni na yeye. Aliingia vibaya? Huyu tunabeba juu haraka haraka, huyo tunatupa huko manyani. Unaona Chebukati ameshindwa na kesi.
Sawa,
anatoa
thank you
jasho.
Mr. Asante
Sawa.
mzee wetu. Tusonge mbele, bado
watu
mapambano.
wakae chonjo, bado mapambano, hakuna kurudi nyuma. Kajwang ameamuka on Sunday, Kajwang atakuwa State House, ajue hivyo.
Sawa, asante sana, tunashukuru kwa maoni yako na mchango wako. Of course na wito wako kwa Wakenya. Ni muhimu tusimamie ukweli. Uongo hauwezi kutuongoza na utupeleke pazuri. Kama ni lazima tukue na inji ambayo tutaita inji yetu, lazima tusimame kwa ukweli. Asante sana. Roda, unasemaje?
Nabia dadi, tuko chonjo. Unajua ni dadi yangu. Tuko chonjo dadi. Tunakuheshimu sana vile unaongea hapa, kwa sababu unatuonyesha vile tunatakikana kwende, kwa sababu wewe ni baba wetu. Tunakuheshimu. No, understand? You understand?
Asante sana.
Okay, thank you. Let's listen to Mr. J. Mr. J, how are you?
Thank you, Mr. Bernard and the panelist. I agree to you. Good evening.
Good evening to you. How are you?
Thank you. Happy New Year. Actually, since the year started, this is the first time I'm sharing with you together. So I can go direct to the point. 6 months promises of this gentleman called Mr. Ruto is an hot air. You know, the hot air that they confirmed to us during the Supreme Court hearing. It is a hot air. If there are still Kenyans who believes in this gentleman, he should go back to 2013. If we can go from 2013, then he can find out who is this man called Mr. Samoei Ruto William. Because for fact, how can he every day is giving a promise after promise after promise? Surely, how can he achieve them? How can he implement them? For example, take the initiative of the housing. He has gone almost all counties preaching and promising that he's going to build 5,000, 20,000, 4,000 houses. How can he manage? And he's really crying that the economy is bad. Well, these investors that want to put money in an economy of a country where it's not growing and it's very bad with poor management. Okay, for example, I think I was listening to IMF fund. They were saying that almost 3/4 of the money that given to the Kenya government, it is being squandered by the same government. How can we trust that now the investors are honored to come? Okay, secondly, he has confirmed himself as a president of the Republic of Kenya, whereby I myself, I don't recognize him. I'm sorry. I voted from diaspora. I'm not in Kenya, and I cannot recognize Mr. Ruto to be a president of the Republic of Kenya. He's a president of some quarters or cadres of people who really choreographed this kind of election to put him as their own president. My president is Mr. Raila Amolo Odinga. till the sky comes down and the earth opens and closes over my life is the president. That is what I believe, and that is what I am in. So for today, I saw him in Saurimoyo, as Mr. Michael Mwarenga said. The guy already he has panicked. I'm sorry if I can take you back. When he was in Gatundu, I don't know whether it was Gatundu or somewhere, in the funeral of this minister of I don't know, this colleague huyu mgonjwa wa miguu huyu, I don't know him, from Gatundu.
Moses Kuria.
That is the name. You know, it is very difficult for me to mention that name. Ni mgonjwa wa miguu tu.
Because of counterfeit. He's the minister of counterfeits.
Yes, and he accepted that people are spoiling the business of people at Nyamakima and the presses, where he's consuming the counterfeit. Let them really spoil his nervous system in his body so that he can understand how costly it is. So, niliona they were streaming or watching from their phone how Kamkunji is going on. That is the reason why I can say they are actually, if we were to check over their vests and the shirts, they were sweating. That is why you see today they are confirming to the country that they are the chief in the commander of KDF. My friend, how many KDFs will really defend the massive movement of people? How many? I'm not really understanding what he means, but we are referring back to Kenya. We are coming to defend our country. Me, I'm waiting to see the coming Sunday what Baba says. From there, then there are people who are really chatting back so that they can take the cause home. We need our votes. Remember the 80-point-something million the Papa is talking now. People of diaspora already we were celebrating. If you really followed from UK and other places, we said already Baba has 8 million. And now here, this man called Chebukati now is not responding of the facts that are coming from his office. And the Papa has spoken the truth that the whisperer is one of your colleague, other than the commissioners. Is part of the small clerks who has given out the data, the raw data that entered on the 9th and the 10th to the server. Why they are not disputing the results then? And now people in Kenya, you see Chebukati where he's working, Munasema is our hero. My friend, that man should be found in a dustbin. I don't know. I don't know the way you reason with that kind of people. We need to understand that the people and the caliber of Chebukati of 2017 today is a hero. Who worshipped him? Can you ask yourself? We need to find out who was this man. Is it the same William Ruto, who is really conversing that he's a Christian, but what he does during the night, there are things that are uncommunicable. And now people, you tell him that I can refer him as a president of the Republic of Kenya. Right now, somebody is claiming that the money of this called the Hustler Fund, they have been given inakatwa, inatolewa kwa account without you yourself authorizing to go. Wizi wa hali ya juu, surely. And that is the country we want to talk about, that we need to move on streaming. Hapana, Mr. Bernard. Wale ambao muko nyumbani, simameni jameni. As we come up, so we will back you up. We will give the strength We will breathe the strength. Lakini mambo ya Gachagua, I don't talk to the DOs. Let us talk to the people who are above the DOs. Thank you.
Asante sana Mr. J, tunashukuru kwa mchango wako na maoni yako. Naamini Wakenya wamekupata kwa njia safi, na hiyo ndio wito wa kila mmoja wetu, kwa sababu tunataka nchi yetu iongozwe ipasavyo. The mafias that have taken over the country, they must relinquish it to the owners. And the owners of this great country are the Kenyan people. It's not the elites, it's not the politicians, it is the Kenyan people. And the highest court in the land is the Kenyan people, not the Supreme Court or otherwise. And so when the Supreme Court goes against the will of the Kenyan people, the Kenyan people have a right to recall the delegated responsibility they had given to them and decide their case their own way, which is the right way. Asante sana, naomba tusonge mbele katika mjadala wetu na tukahakikishe kwamba hatutazame peke yetu, karibisha wawili watatu. It is your civic duty, make sure that everybody is participating into understanding what's going on and what must be done to help the situation. Yambo, you are behind the curtain. It is wrong. You're spoiling the quality of the video for the people who watch this show after we are done. So if you can't keep your camera on, then we will have to put you to quarantine until you're able to come on. Yambo, Justin, are you getting me? Yes, how are you? It was your turn.
Okay. I think I'm now clear.
Good. You can be gotten. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I can see the motion of today is 6 months promises are back. I've heard so many people are really criticizing the Kenya Kwanza government, of which it is not good. Even if you are not in the country, you need just to support the government. With me, I'm supporting the government. Just want to say that the promises are still there. Let's not look or concentrate on what the opposition leaders are doing, because it is their right, and the right is enshrined in the Kenyan constitution that they need to put the country. In fact, they need to check, they need to put the country in check, and that's their role. So if you hear people saying that maybe what the way I've heard my friend Mr. J saying about the Asla fund, which is not even true. Maybe he has not even taken the Asla fund. He's just maybe referring to what he doesn't know. The Asla fund can't be taken from your account without your consent. So let's just try and be realistic with what we are saying. Okay, it is now almost, let's try, it is almost 6 months after the elections.
But Yambo,
Yes.
you are a participant. Are you a beneficiary of Asla Fund?
Yes.
And you got a loan, and they took 25% for your savings.
Yeah, up to now, I've not even returned it. I've not repaid it, and nothing. My M-Pesa has money. My accounts are all well, but they have not been taken. So what Mr. J was saying is just wrong.
No. Hold on, because there is where I'm going. Okay.
Yeah.
The 25% that was taken. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was saved
Mm-hmm.
where?
I can't even explain, but I was convinced that it has been saved for me.
Hold on, I want us to go slowly, okay? Because the purpose we do this show is to get Kenyans understand, all right?
Yes.
So somebody gives you a loan, okay? Then he takes 25%. He says it's your savings, okay? And you can't trace those your savings. If you want that 25% right now, where do you begin to ask for it? Do you call? Do you dial? Do you walk in the office and you ask from which account?
You know, nobody has ever complained about the 25%, the savings. Why it is going, it is you to decide whether to take it, and you are not even being forced to take it.
No, Yambo, you are not being sincere. Okay, we are not dealing with the chesa karata kando ya barabara pata potea.
The,
We are
the guy
talking
is
about
not realistic.
a government fund that is governed by law. Okay, and if somebody has savings or like your paid policy, your policy fee for, let's say, insurance. Okay, you have a
Mm.
specific account, you have a specific policy, and is in your name. You can claim it, and if something happens to you, your next of kin can claim it. So how do
But
how do we save for you 25% in no account, no names,
Mr. Bernard,
and we are government? Does that make sense?
yes, let's just take it from this perspective. You saved 25% of 500 shillings, let's say so. It is something to do with 30 shillings. So can 30 shillings really help you? Why can't we just be patient? You save, borrow, return, borrow, repay, so that this your savings can accumulate, so that when it comes to when you will now be you now want to get your savings, you start crying, you start
Mr.
complaining.
Yambo, Mr. Yambo, you are being irresponsible. Okay? Have you ever been to a supermarket and went to buy an item and you do not have 30 shillings? Did they tell you to go because it's just 30 shillings?
No, no.
So, whether it's
So
1 shilling, if it's taken by government, we need to know where that 1 shilling is going, or else it's
but
being stolen.
you've been told it is your savings. Have you ever
How do
requested
you
for it?
do savings for me in no account? That's a question I'm asking. You do savings for me as a government in no account. It is not NHF, it's not NSSF, it is not governed by any law, and you're doing savings for me. Is that how you do even merry-go-round? Table banking inakuanga ina jina, ina chochote, ina wanachama.
The main concern was not about the savings. It was about your money being taken into account without your consent, which is not true.
See, that is now the 30 shillings you're talking about. Where will you get it when you need it?
But did you hear that there was a board that was just constituted last week? So maybe the board will be responsible to answer such questions. Yes, it is showing that we are not
Excuse
even
me, then.
patient.
You need to ask this man a simple question. Why do you think people take loans? We have percentage, like somebody's offering at a 10% interest, another one at a 7% interest. Why do you choose 7% and leave 10%? You might be wasting time with somebody who doesn't understand himself. If somebody can tell you he's taking a loan of 500 shillings and doesn't care where the 25 shillings is going, yet the reason he's taking loan from the government is because other people are charging an interest of 30 shillings and government is charging an interest of 20 shillings. So that's somebody who doesn't understand himself. Maybe you can discuss another thing, but for the hustler fund, you can't constitute a board once the loan has already been given. So who will account for the 10 billion already issued? Do you marry a woman, then you come and learn about her, or maybe you learn about yourself? Maybe you come to get to know your names after you've stayed.
Okay, Yambo inaonekana ametoweka. When you come back, you respond. But please, let's not abuse the intelligence of Kenyans. And we are not against William Ruto's government for nothing. We are against William Ruto's government because of its behavior. Number one. Number two, how it got into power is now questionable because the people who pronounce him president-elect are now placed to defend themselves against the information they used to declare him president-elect. The revelations are proving that the information used to declare him president-elect was not right. He is not the bona fide winner of the elections. So until that matter is settled, he cannot be at peace in that office. And Kenyans should see to it that he doesn't get the peace he's looking for in that office. Until that matter is settled, Chebukati and team should come out and defend those figures, reject those figures, deny those figures, and give us the right figures. If they prove to us that William Ruto won these elections rightly according to the server and open all the servers for Kenyans to see, we will not talk another thing. But as long as they keep away from defending those figures or denying those figures, the more they are going to be truer to the eyes of Kenyans and to the ears of Kenyans, and Kenyans will be willing to fight tooth and nail to get what is rightfully theirs. Thank you, everybody. Let's keep going. I appreciate everybody for keeping us company. Please, let's keep into the push. Let us not allow ourselves to be abused in terms of our understanding and our knowledge. Supporting the government requires that you support it on the principle, okay? Principle in the sense that you're standing.
Ben, you've hanged. You've gone off air. Maybe you can work on your audio, then come back. I think the guy who just left, that guy called Yambo, doesn't know why he is here. He doesn't understand what that hustler fund is, and he's among the few, not the few, but among the many Tanga and Kenya Kwanza officials who want us to believe that hustler fund is not a scam when it's already been confirmed that it's a scam. Why would you give people funds without proper plan or without constituting the basic things that are needed there? Why would I take money and you're telling me, even if it is 1 shilling, you're telling me I should not care where it is going to? How many people are taking that loan? They're telling us, for example, if 3 million Kenyans take that loan, and in each Kenyan you take their 20 shillings. So how many millions are those ones? So, when somebody comes here and thinks as if that 25 shillings, even 1 shilling is important. If they steal from you 1 shilling out of the 50 billion that is borrowed, that is how much? So people should just get serious whenever they are coming. Ben, karibu.
Asante, these people are trying to hijack my network, but they are defeated. Well, naomba tusonge mbele. Ni wakati wa nane, Guru ama Kenya ni yetu wote. Tumsikilize mzee Guru kwanza.
Halo, habari yenu?
Salama dadi, vipi lakini?
Mzuri sana Bernard. Mzuri sana.
Miezi 6 wanasema tutapata kitu.
Mambo inaelekea namna gani?
Kenya Kwanza imechanganyikiwa.
Unajua mtu akiipa ng'ombe ya mtu kila wakati anaangalia kwa fence kuona kama mwenyewe anakuja kutafuta. So 6 months promises are back, and William Ruto assures himself that he's still the president of the Republic of Kenya. Bernard, what Kenya is going through right now is a very, very interesting period. It is similar to the period between 2003 and 2007, where the nation seemed to have lost direction. because the expectations of the people are not well aligned with the government that was there then. And it seems to be the same case right now. I don't know whether you people, you heard the statement that the buildings that will be constructed in that place is what, Bernard, where the president was?
Shauri Moyo.
Shauri Moyo will be 25.
Kamkundi constituency.
Yes, will be 25 stories. Now, those who know about house construction, you know that even 7 stories is quite a hectic journey from the bottom to the top. I don't know whether these buildings will have rifts, which I suppose they will have, but I'm also surprised that the directive was given directly to the architects to adjust the buildings. Here is a man who thinks he knows everything. If you talk to those who have done this skill, they'll tell you that many things are considered when putting up a building, especially that will go many stories up there. Part of that is about the ability of the soil texture to hold such weight. The other one has to do with waste disposal and so many other things. So here's a man who thinks he can tinker with all skills. Nadhani tumerudi pale kwa mkulima namba moja, mpishi na mambonja. Unaona, mwalimu namba moja, kila kitu namba moja. Because when you start interfering with expertise and venturing into areas that you have least knowledge in, and especially at political level, then you venture into a very dangerous ground. That's why we have technical officers, because they are trained in those things. It's just the other day that the same person directed that they will not be paying more than 10% for the treasury bills and bonds. At least does this man know that these matters are left to the dictates of market, demand and supply. They are not just fixed out of the bruise. So those who know how personalities behave, this is a person who feels that he can control everything. He can control the way buildings are constructed or designed. He can control the markets, how the markets move. He can control everything. And therein lies the danger of Kenya. Because those leaders who are true to themselves, they leave certain areas of expertise to those who know better. They don't direct what should happen. They ask and seek for advice. Now, coming back to the main topic of Jacaranda, there's a growing sentiments that the government is running scared. Today, I even heard the deputy ask the people, so when you go to the demonstrations, then after that, there's a general narrative of trying to show the futility of such action, as a way of discouraging people and making people have what we call despondency. But I think from my side, the way I see it is that this has been overtaken by events, in the sense that the very same people they quoted, the youth, feel frustrated that whatever was promised them seems now to be a mirage. Look at the Hustlers Fund. Nobody talks about it these days. In fact, the weekly update on how many have borrowed, how much has been repaid back, how many transactions, that update is gone. But you can imagine why. Okay? That is the first thing that this government seemed enthusiastic about. It's corrupting, and corrupting very fast. If you ask most of those youths who took 500 shillings, they are telling you they will not pay. GMO hawakuli, Hustler Fund hawalipi. So I understand is the slogan that started just in the rally that was held in Kamukuji. So when you look at the way this government they are doing things right now, you can see they are trying to exaggerate the issue of housing. Bernard, I'm very skeptical that you can get a house, you stay there for 15, 20 years, paying only 5,000 shillings. I do not know what economics that is. Maybe those who are economists in this field or in this forum can come here and tell us, against the demand of housing in Kenya today, that you can have a mortgage of 5,000 shillings. I'm waiting to see that one. I'm not just beating about the bush. Is that the housing sector in Kenya is such that, Bernard, today, if you are to start constructing houses, the likelihood is that if you wanted to sell at 2 million, you end up selling even 5 million because of the demand. So that talk about eliminating slums, to me, is a mirage. And how do you eliminate slums when you have only 5,000 units in Migori, 4,000 units in Embu, 1,000 units where? That is a drop in the ocean. I mean, these people would rather be serious with what they are doing, you know? And this is with all due respect, that 5,000 houses in Migori or around Kisumu is a drop in the ocean. 3,000 or 4,000 units in Meru is a drop in the ocean. So where can this government put the money and have an impact on the majority of the people of Kenya? That's the challenge that is there. And not unless they do that, they will not be felt like the way the government of Kibaki was felt, by saying that every child of primary age should go to primary school free of charge, like the Uhuru government has been felt by the widespread visible infrastructure development, especially the road system. I do not see any other way. However, mbuzi ya mwenyewe wanaila kwa nyumba zao, ilhali wanajua mwenyewe analia nje. mbuzi yake imeibiwa. Wakati wa kuitiza hiyo mbuzi ndio inaonekana imeanza kufika. Na Bernard, kuna watu wanaona kama hii ni mchezo. Hii si mambo ya ukabila. Ningetaka kufuta kwa akili za wengine kwamba kuna kabila siko upande huu ama sitaenda upande ule mwingine. Hapana. Utakuta ni kwamba kila mtu amechukua msimamo dhabiti sasa hivi Kenya ya leo, na hiyo msimamo itaanza kudhihirika wakati Baba Raila Amolo Odinga atapeana njia, the direction. Because Bernard, you can not tell me that that person in Murang'a, in Meru, in Embu, who fought for Baba today can turn against him. In fact, that person feels very hurt when he sees that he woke up in the morning to go and vote and express himself, and his vote does not count. I don't know whether those who are from Central, who are here, the Rondas of this world, I don't know, she's not been here for a long time, but I can say this. Watu wakiwa wamekimya si kumaanisha kwamba wana wewe. Central sloganira iko pale ni kwamba maendeleo inapelekwa pengine. Jumapili tunaenda kuswali pale kwa mlima. Kwa hivyo hii maneno imeanza sasa kuchibuka na njia ambayo watu wameanza kujiuliza hii ni jinamizi ya namna gani walijiingiza. Actually, I said on this forum, if there is one casualty that will be there when this regime is ending, is a section of the Christian so-called ministries. Wengi watafunga virago na kuelekea nyumbani. Asante kwa sasa.